Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. He's contained at the line for no gain. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? From the shotgun, Lawrence. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. New series coming up following the punt. And it's going to be Texans football. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Nike Texas.
Stroud in the air to start us off. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And now it's 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, then completions follow.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And not only does he go in the wrong direction, but he's stopped for a net loss on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
He rolls to his right. He's running with it. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Ncaa on first down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They read that screen perfectly. Interception! Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Finds a seam, left side, is off to the races. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-six touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now Lawrence coming off a pick. Launches one deep downfield. What a dive! I think he caught it! They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go right back to Etienne. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Launches, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Jaguars reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
That's a catch for Nico Collins. Into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans need only one to take the lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Lawrence throwing here. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Lawrence now off the play action. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Texans grab it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
First and 10 from the 41. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
Lawrence trying again on second. He'll get this to Etienne. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
First down throw, Lawrence. He sends this one to the end zone. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Sticking to the air with Lawrence. One's cut along the left sideline. And he nearly gets to the 25 before going out. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Lawrence working from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that makes it second and goal.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they'll be left with third and goal. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Lawrence on third and goal. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up fourth and goal. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hold on, ready? 11. Look the hot.
Shotgun now, first round. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
He's got it near the 10. And look at this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down from the red zone. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Hold on, ready?
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. And oh, he got it! Interception! Darnell Savage with the pick.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. Second and 3. That's taken in by ETN. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down. Offense up to the line fast. defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Offense in the hurry up here. Stroud off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Texans get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception. And you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Mixon has the Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff.
Yep.
Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
all set up for the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Jaguars taking over on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Trying again, following the sack. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Lawrence. That's caught for the 1st. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now it's Lawrence. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. 2nd and 10 now. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Texans get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. It's a touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, Stroud. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Spins out of one stop. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it'll be their football. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's loaded another one. Brought in inside the 20. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
It's a gain of 35. 1st down, Jaguars.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. To the edge of the end zone. It's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Lawrence trying again on 2nd.
That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, out of the slot. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Nixon on the counter. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. Shotgun now for Stroud. Pass it downfield, working the left. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Stroud now. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it'll be second down. Going right side, mixing with it. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Ronald Darby.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Lawrence looking to throw. Completed over the middle. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up first and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Running in the red zone. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Running right is Bigsby. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Lawrence throwing here. He gets this one to Strange. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Lawrence on third and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars start the second half with some needed points. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Darnell Savage with the pick. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And it sets up 2nd down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. Wow, wide open here. Complete. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch you vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. Has it in close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Second and 3 now. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
We saw this earlier. Jaguars lining up to go for 2. Keeping it on the ground. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Over.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line as he's Shire that time on the tackle. Now Lawrence on the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Lawrence working from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. They've got a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, Lawrence. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 3rd down.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Lawrence. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. Only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
First down throw, Lawrence. Got a man, it's Thomas. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Three-quarters in the books from this one. It's Jaguars football with a... 2nd and 3 now. Sending a receiver left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for 2nd and goal. Trying again, following the sack. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown. Lost.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Lawrence to throw it. And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, and likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. 1st and 10. Are on to Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's the game of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Stroud off the play fake. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw it. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Looking to throw. And they won't do it, so that ball's incomplete on fourth down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's ETN. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll send him over right. From the 27. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Jimmy Ward has it. And the Texans will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Stroud throwing here on 1st. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted actually, so 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He's trying to go deep again. Big gain downfield. And in for the Houston touchdown. Pretty important PAT here, Braun, to make it a field goal game. it's sent right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This is Etienne. Jukes out a one-stop. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Etienne again. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And this run's limited to a minimal gain up to about the 44. That run good for a gain of 2, and just like that, we've hit our 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running it here with Etienne. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Here's a give to Etienne. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Back to throw. He'll get this to Etienne. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's got Thomas on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Etienne. And he's brought down for a loss. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. One more time with Etienne. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Final timeout called by the Texans. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Duvernay in motion left. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. A very short kick here from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. And he's out a little short of the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. And the Jaguars have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Jaguars are going to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
We call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
He'll look to throw it. And they break the tie as it's caught for a touchdown. What a call, what a catch, Brock. And that's the play that should win this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This return starts at the 5. And And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun now, 1st round. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. For the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars, as we'll see you next time from Houston.